The scales at the 135-pound limit, and he's got a reach of 188 centimeters. And he'll be facing King Rye, Ryan Garcia, 135 pounds on the nose. He's 5 foot 10 inches tall with a reach of 70 inches. And here he is, Bud. King Rye, Ryan Garcia, one of the brightest stars. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. Nice punch. That right hook catching air. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
All the time. Punch, counter punch. Defense is not an option for these two. Wanted to land the left hook. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, and it's flashing lights for the Flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. Talking about Crawford in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Again, I needed to get back out there. Him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely
and there's the bell for round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Charles, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Misses with that uppercut. One punch could change everything in this battle. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Hard, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That counter punch caught him clean. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage. There's the bell to start round 3. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. They're giving us a high-tempo show. There's a counter shot. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Not sure if I'd be taunting right now. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you're getting in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Those counter punches have to hurt. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Good round. You feel good? Good match in this fight.
Here we go to the 4th round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it?
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Crawford in trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Jab does not score. Beautiful counter shot. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You'd like to see more jabs. Catch and shoot. Good counter punch. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Breathe. Just get you. Don't worry about that round. Let's go out there.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. And he wasn't ready for that counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight.
This is the beginning of round 6. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And that hook misses. Both men step back for just a moment. He threw a punch and just got countered. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Oh, and now they're just rubbing it in. Did you see that? Oh, and there's no way they're getting up from that. It is a clean knockout. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
I've got to see.
It happened. You saw it.